He's okay. It's not that loud in here. Hey there, everybody, with the... Could try again. Hey there, everybody, this is Lee with Creative Two-Time Mom, and it is time for December bookmarks. So I'm going to make this video super quick because I know in December we are all crazy busy. But if you have not checked out a bookmarks video or blog post before, Bookmarks is an online book club that I host at creative2timemom.blogspot.com. Every month we have a suggested book for reading, but if you don't read the book, that's fine. We also do blog posts and we link them up, and they have a synopsis and kind of a review of any book that you've read that month that you would recommend, or that you would say absolutely do not pick this up, it is not worth your time. So it's been a great way for me to explore some new genres, to find some new titles. It's a fun way to interact with each other and to learn about some books that we wouldn't know about otherwise. I also include in our post every month the books that I'm reading with the kids, because you will see at the beginning of 2014 I had a post that was entitled 12 Read Aloud Books for the Year, and so I picked out 12 children's books that I wanted to read with my kids that year. And we are also reading a literature-based history curriculum. So with both my son and my daughter, my son is doing California history, my daughter is doing early American history, and we overlap those. So I try to include those books as well, because some of them are just great books to read whether you're using the history curriculum or not. So I will link down below, I will link November's blog post. I will link December's blog post if you want to come check it out, because even though I do these videos once in a while, I still try to list the books and a review, because some of them are review books. So let's dive in. The first book I have is called Hope Crossing. This is by Cindy Woodsmall. If you have read my blog for any amount of time, I am a huge Woodsmall fan. This I did as a review, so I will link the review down below as well. But if you're just watching this video, I will give you a little bit of a synopsis. This is the Ada House trilogy, so super, super thick. This is pretty much what I read from the week of Thanksgiving on until I just finished it about 3 or 4 days ago. It's over 1,000 pages long. It's 3 books included: The Hope of Refuge, The Bridge of Peace, and The Harvest of Grace. Now there is an overarching story of Kara and Ephraim. Kara is an English girl, Ephraim is an Amish man, and she is running from her past, which is very dark, very interesting to find out, and it kind of plugs along into where my husband and I are at, because her story follows the foster care system. So between the 3 books, there's the overarching story of their relationship, plus each book has more of a central romance character development going on in there. And there's all kinds of different characters that come in. There is Ephraim's sister, there is friends of the family, there's cousins, there's Ada, of course, and it's all how they interact. She's having a rough day. Anyway, so the other thought I wanted to tell you, you know how you read a trilogy and the middle book is kind of hard to get through, because I don't know, I feel like when you read a trilogy, the middle book, there's a lull in the action, but by developing new characters and new relationships and the intermingling where there's like a new relationship in each book, it keeps it reading, it keeps it very interesting. So there wasn't a lull in this for me, but it is quite a challenge to tackle 1,000 pages. So I will link my review post down below as well. Reading with the kids this month is Zia. This is a sequel to Island of the Blue Dolphins by Scott Odell. We are reading this for California history. It follows the story of Karana's niece and her mission to get back to her aunt. This is a great introduction to life in the missions, the Spaniards, California history, the agriculture economy that was developed. Plus, it's in a fun way because you are reading it through a story. We are only about halfway through this. It's the 18th today. We're only about halfway through, but I figure we will finish this by Christmas, so I want to include that. This is a good one. This one I would definitely recommend. We did not like Cruise of the Arctic Star. I guess we read that this month. We read it, started it before Thanksgiving, but finished it this month. It was not a favorite. This is very good. The The book club book for December was Small Town, Big Miracle by Bishop W.C. Martin. Amazing! And it's not a heavy read at all. This is a great read for during the holidays because I'm always thinking, my time is limited in December, so it needs to be something that's easy to read through. Do not read this book though until you are ready to be challenged, because it takes a very honest look at the joys and the struggles of adopting out of foster care. This was a town, a very small, not very prosperous town in Texas that decided they were going to adopt some of the hardest kids in the foster care system. So they are taking older children and they are adopting them into their families, and what a blessing that was to the town, but also what a challenge that was. I would highly, highly recommend this, but be prepared because it will challenge you. It is amazing. Very easy to read, but a lot to think about. So I will make sure I link those bookmarks post down below, as well as that review, and come check out the post for December and link up what you're reading. I'm always looking for new ideas. In fact, I am making the 2015 bookmarks list this weekend. So I need some book ideas. Also, I'm going to let you know January's book, which is going to be Love and Respect in the Family. Check it out. I did a review in 2013 on it, but I need to go back and start implementing more of those ideas. So that is going to be our book for January, and I'm not going to put that in the blog post. So if you're watching this video, you get a heads up. Give this video a thumbs up if you love reading, if you love book clubs, and especially online book clubs because they're easy to meet whenever, and we'll talk to you later.